Shoot down all the ships now. Radio on your phones. The war is on again. Shoot down, you scattered through the time sat down again, picking back up just to win. Sat down again, picking back up, you'll never win. You'll never win. You'll never win. You'll never win. Shoot the lights out. Maybe they won't see us now. Undercover darkness road, they won't find us again. Shoot out, melting glaciers with your name. Scattering through the time sat down again, picking back up just to win. Sat down again, picking back up, you'll never win. You'll never win. You'll never win. You'll never win.
Good morning, everybody.
It's Noah in the morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry about that little boxing match there. Just had to straighten some things out. Me, you, webcam. Let's do this. I am Noah Goki. Welcome to the show. It is morning. It is Tuesday. It is 10 a.m. here in lovely and palatial Buffalo, New York. I keep saying that the temperature is finally coming around. It's about, 40 degrees or a little under that out there. It seems like it's been locked in at 40 degrees for a long time and just raining for years now. Non-stop torrential downpours, which is why I am building an ark. We're all going to get into it. We're all going to sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away with me. It is Noah in the morning. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Skype up here, or I will in a second. You can give me a call at any time throughout the show. It's 716-402-4218. Hey, yes, there's that number. 716-402-4218. Happy National Beer Day. It was actually yesterday, but since we weren't here yesterday, I thought I would congratulate you today. National Beer Day, Monday, April 7th this year. Of course, bigger than the Super Bowl. Bigger than Christmas, bigger than Easter, and the 4th of July and Flag Day all put together. Maybe not bigger than Arbor Day. Arbor Day is pretty big in this house. But National Beer Day is an important day. I'm sure you celebrated, as I did. I'm sure you had presents. You had the whole family flying in from around the country to come in and drink a boot of beer with you. As I know I did. It was fantastic. So happy National Beer Day, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to know what you did to celebrate while you were out there in the universe, jumping around different planets in your mind. Fantastic things. Fantastic things. National Beer Day. I've got a ton of new music that I'm going to dig into today. As I was just going through the old All West New York radio archives here, I found all these old CDs, some of them not even opened, so I figured we'll experiment a little bit. We're just going to get into some of this. Red with Envy. I think I had these guys on the Noah's Ark show a long time ago. Produced and recorded by Rich Spalla. There you go. That's how old that is. Rich Spalla disappeared as far as I know. He's MIA. He joined the Army and then the Taliban, I think. Let's see. Veil. I don't even know. I've never heard of that band. Look at those guys. They're kind of scary, huh? Ooh. Looks like a dark gothic Osmond family there. A couple Strangers. I don't know what that is. Hey, The Great Mistake. We've heard this one before. I know I have this in there somewhere. Anyway, a whole bunch of different CDs in here that we've got to get to. So we're going to listen to some Chameleon's Coat to start it off. A great band, local band, very cool stuff. Why don't we start it out with this live track called It's No Good. This is live at the Tralf. And although this CD's fairly old now, I think Chameleon's Coat is still kicking out there. Let's see what we can find on Chameleon's Coat. Maybe not. I never have good luck with bands that I like locally. I try to find them and they're already broken up. That's sad, isn't it? All right. Now I've got to dig out their CD. It's somewhere here. Made up of Grace Stumberg there on the vocals, Jim Wynn, bass guitar. Hold on, I've almost got it. I think. No, I'm never going to find it. Forget about it. Speaking of which, Demi Lovato all over the news. Apparently for, I guess she's got some topless photos out now. Okay, haven't seen them, don't know. Go ahead and Google them on your own time. Whatever you dirty, dirty people need to do out there. But go ahead and find your topless photos of Demi Lovato. But the thing that's more interesting about this story is all over the web today. She was also, besides being topless, in bed with her boyfriend, a 34-year-old actor. Name? Wilmer Valderrama. Let that soak in. Who are we talking about? Fez. It's Fez from the 70s show. You know Fez. Everybody knows Fez. Everybody loves Fez. But who knew Fez was such a lady slayer?
Kiss my brown ass.
He even gets a big laugh. That's not fair. Fez. It just... Who knew that he could go after it like this?
Ali Baba, the treasure is mine.
His time's finally come.
When is it Fez's turn?
It's now.
Where is my whore?
Apparently he's found her in Demi Lovato. I love these Fez sound clips. This is fantastic. Let's try this one.
So, did you ever notice that Lori and Eric have the same eyes? So, if you're doing it with Lori and she's perhaps wearing a hat, it's kind of like you're doing it with Eric, too.
I love this. Oh, man. We haven't heard anything from Demi Lovato or Wilmer Valderrama since the incident here. But I figured if nothing else, it gives us a great excuse to just play a bunch of Fez clips all day.
Screw you. Look at all the smart, lonely girls. Little one, big one, it's like a virgin pumpkin patch.
Fantastic. Fez. All right, folks. Chameleon's Coat we have in the background here. Grace Stumberg, just a fantastic musician. Chameleon's Coat may not be running anymore, but the Grace Stumberg Band is still out there, kicking, doing great things. Let's see if we can find an old Grace Stumberg. Oh, here we go. You could actually see the Grace Stumberg Band this weekend, April 12th, at McGarrett's. There you go. Perfect. Doors at 10 o'clock. Cost is $4 at the door. They're playing with Cosmic Shakedown, another band that we love here on the radio station. And this is Grace Stumberg fronting Chameleon's Coat with the song Anyone Can Rush. Slow down.
Sellouts all around, fast talking, belligerent, good-hearted liars, filling the emptiness of their words, moving politely into your head, escaping from their own. These amendments going by. Rocking and rambling, over-exaggerating, sentimental people, not knowing much. Hear me, I will slow down. Anyone can rush so yesterday, but I'm rushing right now, yeah. Anyone can rush so tomorrow, but anyone right now, yeah. Anyone can rush so the sorrow, I did, but I'm choosing not to turn around. Anyone can rush to be slow down. Bondage by urgency, I suddenly want a stillness for my mind. I gave above the latest spell, all the lies that you don't seem to have. Whoa. Trust that you look better through their eyes. They're in need of a bigger pride, scrambling like an anyone can rush so that's the thing, but I'm rushing right now, yeah. Anyone can rush so tomorrow, anyone right now, yeah. Anyone can rush so the sorrow, I did, but I'm choosing not to run. Anyone can rush you.
Chameleon's Coat there, fantastic stuff. Anyone Can Rush, Slow Down, fronted by Grace Stumberg, of course, with Jim Wynn on the bass there. Really cool band. We had them over at the Evening Star a while back for an all-Western New York radio show. Believe it or not. The Evening Star. Very cool. Well, check out the Grace Stumberg Band with special guest Cosmic Shakedown this weekend, April 12th at McGarrett's. That's at 946 Elmwood Ave in Buffalo, New York. Of course, 10 p.m. sharp. $4 at the door. 21 and over, please, ladies and gentlemen. And go to facebook.com/Grace Stumberg. Like the band, find out more info. And let's see. We've got a promo, actually, for McGarrett's right here. We've got to check this out. See if we can play this.
Hi there. We're in Elmwood, McGarrett's. It's a really cool place. Oh yeah, we're going to be there on April 12th, about 10 p.m. with Cosmic Shakedown. It's only $4, so you guys should be there. We have really cool posters.
Woo! McGarrett's, baby!
Yeah.
I actually encourage you to watch that video. You think that you're looking just at her face, but then it pans down and she's actually on someone's shoulders. It trips you out a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Speaking of tripping out, Valeria Lukyanova is a Ukrainian woman dubbed the Human Barbie. She's had multiple plastic surgeries and now actually looks like a living human Barbie doll, which is not attractive, I might add. You know, whatever they thought was working for the tiny Barbie, it doesn't work on the full size. So I don't get it. Clearly, she's a very level-headed person, though, so you wouldn't expect her to say a lot of crazy things. Well, in a recent interview with GQ magazine, there's a big feature on it, pictures of her and everything, that will give you fucking nightmares. She said a lot of really, really crazy things, actually, which makes you wonder if this person cannot be stopped. Valeria Lukyanova. She said, quote, ethnicities are mixing now, so there's degeneration. Didn't used to be like that. Remember how many beautiful women there were in the 1950s and 1960s without any surgery? And now, thanks to degeneration, we have this. Okay, so she's a racist. She's got some Nazi kind of ideas. She continued, just digging that hole a little deeper. I love the Nordic image myself. I have white skin. I am a Nordic type, perhaps a little Eastern Baltic, but closer to Nordic. The Nordic thing is bizarre. And the interviewer, GQ Russia editor Michael Idov, was absolutely shocked and actually called her, quote, a racist space alien. Not all that surprising. In past interviews, she's claimed that she's becoming a breatharian, meaning that she subsists on light and air instead of solid food. She eats the light and the air. All right, we're going to have to find more about breatharians. We're going to learn about breatharians today. I kind of, you know, this sounds interesting. Let's subsist on light, right? Instead of food. If we can make this work, then we are plants. We can become plants. This is great. Anedia, or breatharianism, is a practice which alleges the ability to live without food. Breatharians claim that food and possibly water are not necessary and that humans can be sustained solely by prana, or according to some, by the energy in sunlight, which according to the Ayurveda is one of the main sources of prana, in case you didn't know. Now this is great, and I agree, you could live on prana, but the problem is that you can't go to Wegmans and buy a big dish of prana. I mean, I guess they wouldn't, if it's not food, they probably wouldn't. They might have it. Wegmans has a lot of shit. You might go check it out. I mean, they might even have a coupon, and prana could be $10 off this week. Prana's fucking expensive. Yeah, that's what the coupon's for, $10. Imagine how much it costs. It's prana, okay? It's precious. Okay, so prana's not just freely available. You can't just pluck it from the trees and subsist on it. You can't just pluck it from the sunlight unless you have some kind of amazing, you know, prana distillery in your skin, which you don't, unless you get enough surgeries to become Barbie. Then apparently you can. She also said, Lukyanova, she's Ukrainian. Don't, come on. Don't hold that against me. Lukianova also said she's against feminism. She finds the prospect of marriage and having children unacceptable. She said, quote, "The very idea of having children brings out this deep revulsion in me. Most people have children to fulfill their own ambitions, not to give anything. Thank God for that, people, because if she had children, oh, they would be so screwed up." She said, quote, "I'd rather die from torture, because the worst thing in the world is to have a family lifestyle." Wow. There's also a human Ken. His name's Justin Jedlicka. He's a 33-year-old American man, and he has a similar obsession with plastic surgery, and he will similarly give you nightmares if you look at his picture. Yes. When they say they're trying to look like Barbie and Ken, I mean, they're going full plastic. Like, they're not trying to look like a human version of Barbie and Ken. They are trying to become actual plastic dolls. And I think if they infuse Valeria here with enough plastic and actually silicone to make her into a living plastic Barbie doll, she will then become a breatharian. She will no longer need food because she will be dead. And she'll be happy then. She'll be the real living, well, not living anymore, she'll be the real, once was living Barbie doll. And, you know, like Veruca Salt, or some similarly rich and spoiled young person, could go and purchase her and have her as, like, in a collection. Right? Is that not amazing? Let's do this, people. Fez, what do you say?
Alibaba, the treasure is mine. Sometimes I am looking at naked ladies, and then I get exhausted.
Yeah.
And I get a second win, and then I'm ready for more naked ladies.
Fez, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're going to enjoy some Fez all day today, I think. Oh, goodness, that's just fantastic. Yeah, okay. You know, it's morning. This is some easy listening stuff from Chameleon's Cove. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it, man. Okay, but now that we've taken it easy and we've all sort of woken up a little bit, let's do some Hold It High. Kick some shit. What do you say to that?
I am the backbone of you, the only one I am. Everything I've ever been is a part of what I am. The shining inside of your eyes tonight. You are the last thing. You are the very last that I have ever been. The part of everything that
You awake now? Wake up!
the part everything that you could never be. The part yeah, you are the last thing that I have ever tried to be a part of. I am everything you could never be. I am the last thing that you could ever try to find out. You will remember my name. You will remember my name. I am everything.
All right, that'll wake you up. Hold It High. Very cool band there. A little metal there, a little metal in the morning. It's not going to kill you, folks. Yeah. And if you don't like it, Fez?
Kiss my brown ass.
That's right. All right, Vance McAllister. Ooh. He's a U.S. representative. If you don't know him, you're about to. Vance is going viral. He landed himself in hot water because of a video going around now on YouTube that shows him kissing a married staffer. Yeah, okay. Granted, this is really, really lame news, but I figured you might as well know about it because everybody's going to be talking about this at some point. Let's see. The Ouachita Citizen first reported on the video, which they said shows McAllister and his district scheduler, Melissa Ann Hickson Peacock, locked in an embrace. The video is dated December 23rd, just a little more than a month after McAllister was elected to Louisiana's 6th Congressional District, and was sent to the Citizen by an anonymous source. Melissa Ann Hickson Peacock. That's a lot of names for a district scheduler. If she can keep track of all those names, she can keep track of the congressman's schedule. That's what it says on her resume, I assume. I can only assume. Well, apparently yesterday, the freshman representative has issued a statement, and he asked for forgiveness. He said, quote, "There's no doubt I've fallen short, and I'm asking for forgiveness. I'm asking for forgiveness from the God and Jesus and my wife and the kids and the staff, any of the staff that I kissed, any of the staff that I didn't kiss, any of the staff that I had meant to kiss later but didn't quite get to because of currently unfolding scandal, and all the other constituents, any of you that I kissed. A couple of you may have slipped in there. I apologize. And you owe me $5. Trust is something I know has to be earned when you're a husband, or a father, or a congressman. Promise to do everything I can to earn back the trust of everyone I've disappointed. And everyone I haven't disappointed. From day one, I always tried to be an honest man. I ran for Congress to make a difference, not to just be another politician. I don't want to make a political statement on this. I would just simply like to say that I'm very sorry for what I've done, for especially the not kissing all of you part. When I realize I serve the public, I would appreciate the privacy given to my children as we go through this. Yeah, throw the children under the bus. That's always a good strategy. McAllister, of course, ran on a strong family values platform in the November special election that won him the seat of outgoing U.S. Representative Rodney Alexander. His victory was a surprise for many, but he triumphed. He's been reluctant so far to say much more. So, the only other thing that he's done of note, apparently, is that he's become close friends with the Robertson family of the Duck Dynasty show, which I don't get that show, people. Somebody tell me what's going on. Why? Why do you like it? What do they do that's good or interesting or funny? I just don't get the Duck Dynasty. It's so annoying. Bunch of idiots. He also told the Shreveport Times he thought his new Washington gig sucks. Quote. That word is in quotes. Sucks. Good. He's a statesman, this one. Vance McAllister. And the reason I tell you to remember that name, folks, is because this man will be president someday soon. I won't vote for him. I don't vote for any of these scumbags. It's not my fault. What do you think, Fez?
Screw you.
That's harsh, dude. Hold It High. Still just bringing it there in the background. Wow. They don't mess around to Hold It High, do they? This from their self-titled album, Hold It High. It's good stuff. All right, what else we got going on? Well, if you're holding out hope for legalized medical marijuana in New York State, not looking good for 2014. This from Sheldon Silver. If you don't know who Sheldon Silver is, he's a political scumbag who controls the universe if you live in New York State. And he apparently speaks for the entire Senate when he says, I don't think it has a future in this session. Great. He is the Assembly Speaker, so he's the leader of the state Senate. And in the past, he's shown some support for it. Cuomo's been non-committal. Advocates for legalizing marijuana for certain medical patients dismissed Silver's comments, said the issue is actually gaining momentum in the Senate. Senator Dianne Savino, Staten Island Democrat, who is a member of the independent Democratic group that runs the Senate with Republicans in a coalition, said, quote, I wasn't aware that Shelley got elected to the Senate. Oh, New York State politics. So juvenile. That makes them so fun, doesn't it? Shelley. I like she calls him Shelley. They probably went and had lunch after this, had a good laugh over that. Shelley. I'm curious as to why the Speaker of the Assembly would feel the need to comment on the process in the Senate, added Savino, who is the sponsor of the bill in the Senate. Wonder why she could be a little ticked there. She claims she has enough votes, including Republicans such as Western New Yorker Mark Grisanti and George Maziarz. Nice work, gentlemen. To get it passed. And she said now nothing has changed. She's counting their votes and thinks it's going through. Okay, so how does this work out? The Senate's on vacation until April 23rd. The next push is to get the measure out of the Senate Health Committee after they return. And the 2014 session ends in mid-June, so they've got to get it done before then. Okay, so recently, during budget talks, the issue was taken off the table, apparently. Critics have pushed back to this. They're trying to bring it in. They've pushed back. There's worries about New York taking the path of what 20 states and the District of Columbia have already done by legalizing marijuana, at least for certain medical conditions, not to mention the states who have legalized it for outright recreational use as well. Now I think the thing that starts to affect these politicians, because it affects the public view of this, are these stories. There was a popular story on CNN about a young girl having seizures who tried a bunch of different medicines, and the side effects were worse than the cure, and eventually tried a strain of marijuana that actually doesn't even get you high, but just has the medicinal benefit of it. Stopped her seizures, almost completely, 99.9%. Greatly improved her quality of life, and nothing else would work. It's like they tried everything, and then the parents themselves were even skeptical before this because the country has been so brainwashed for years about marijuana use and the lack of medicinal benefit there. But there is a demonstrable medicinal benefit, especially in cases like this. In a severe case, how could you fight against that? Well, I think that's a big part of what you're seeing in the public opinion changing about the legalization factor. But we still fear change as people, and it's still going to take time. And all you can do in the meantime is talk to Fez.
I think when girls have sleepovers, sometimes they play games and giggle, and then every once in a while they start to make out all together in a big naked heap. Not to worry, kids. So the puberty bunny will visit you soon.
Ah, Fez. Demi Lovato. I'm still impressed by that man. Old Fez. Wilmer Valderrama. Wilmer, he's got a great name. In all honesty. Wilmer Valderrama. Valderrama! Not as great as Peaches Geldof. We'll get to Peaches. We're going to take another quick music break here. Hold it high. Lumberjack and Coke. These guys just bring it, don't they? Wow. I'm sure that woke you up, good people of the universe. We're going to bring it back just a little tiny bit. We're going to listen to some Twin City Kings. These guys have played a couple of the Chris Fest musical celebrations up in the Falls. Great band from the North Towns here. Twin City Kings. This song's called Spaceballs. Dig it. All Western Europe Radio, 10:37 a.m. It's Noah in the morning. Thank you for tuning in.
Nexus in a state. Boy, those things make me feel great because skunky coffee in the morning news. The priestesses salutes. It's Spaceballs in your place. Balls who can't look tough, shady place tall. 'Cause that's all we can. Those things sure piss off me because the bit of tea and the yearly dues and other priestesses salutes. Yes, Spaceballs in your place. Balls you can't look tough, shady place tall. 'Cause that's all we can get.
All right, that was the Twin City Kings, the song Spaceballs, here on the All Western New York Radio Broadcast Network. This is Noah in the Morning. Thank you for tuning in. 10:44 a.m. here in fantastic and wonderful Buffalo, New York. Think I just saw Batman out the window. That's your weather update. Batman is out. He's flying. Find him if you can and talk to him a little bit. Try to talk him down. Let's do the event calendar here. Let's see what's going on this week. Tonight, CPG, just down the street here, Main Street in Buffalo, New York. The Rod Horning Project. Every Tuesday there at CPG. This week, special guest Lady Lush. Check it out. Let's see, Wednesday, not too much going on, so you know what you got to do Wednesday is tune into the Noah's Ark Show here on All Western New York Radio at 6 p.m. Thursday, there's a good amount of things going on. Buffalo Night Out. If you don't know about it, a really cool event. They're taping some local Buffalo bands to play them on local television. So this is the Buffalo Night Out taping of Jim Crean, the Jim Crean Band. Jim, a great guy. We had him on studio a while back here. Jim and Phil Naro, actually, as well. Both really, really nice, down-to-earth guys, but guys who have a ton of experience and are just fantastic musicians and really fun to talk to, nice guys. What else do we got going on? Tudor Lounge, Thursday. It's the Whiskey Reverb painting party. There you go. Starts at 9:30 p.m. So you could swing up to the 8 o'clock Jim Crean, go down to see Whiskey Reverb at 9:30. They're actually there at the Tudor. They're at the Tudor Lounge there every Thursday. Thirsty Thursdays with Whiskey Reverb. Their guest this week, Haiwa. I hope I'm saying that right. Speaking of Grace Stumberg, Friday night. Now that she's back in town, she's going to do some gigs back to back. First, we've got Moonshiners Pub and Grub in Hamburg, New York. That's Friday, 8:30 p.m. Grace Stumberg Band. And then Saturday, we've got Dirty Smile with Dark Eyes 55 and the Spastic Hearts at the Tudor Lounge in Buffalo. That's going to be a great show. You got to love it. Dirty Smile, just a fantastic local band. Dark Eyes 55, who actually we start the show with every day with their song Radio that goes like this. Yeah, that's Dark Eyes 55. So them with Dirty Smile, that's a great lineup. That's going to be a lot of fun. The Spastic Hearts as well. Really, really great show there Saturday. Peaches Geldof. Peaches Geldof, you say? Sounds like a name you should know, right? Yes. Well, she is a 25-year-old celebrity in England, and she is dead. As you may have guessed, Bob Geldof is her father. Bob Geldof, the guy who played Pink Floyd in Pink Floyd The Wall. He's also the founder of Live Aid. What else? They did a ton of things. But a really famous musician, you know, more in England than he is here in the States. But yeah, his daughter Peaches, unexpectedly dead at 25. Band-Aid, not Live Aid, sorry. Band-Aid is what Bob Geldof founded. Peaches was the daughter of Bob Geldof and TV presenter Paula Yates, who incidentally also died of a drug overdose in the year 2000. She grew up, of course, in the glare of Britain's press, and they just loved her late-night antics. When she was a teenager, she was a little bit of a wild child. You know, more recently she had married, second marriage, musician Tom Cohen. She had 2 young sons. She had worked as a broadcaster and a fashion writer, and said in 2009 that her drug-taking years were long behind her. Bob Geldof, in a statement, said the family was beyond pain. He said, "What a beautiful child. How is this possible that we will not see her again? How is that bearable? We loved her and will cherish her forever." It's very sad. That is a tragic story. I can't resist saying that she had an amazing name, Peaches Geldof. Well, Bob Geldof, he's a little bit out there. He's kind of an out there guy. I like him. Fez, can you bring back the funny, my friend? Is there anything you can do to be funny right now?
Screw you.
It's good. That was good. I like that.
Boy, I'm glad I'm not canceled. Sure, he's had sex a lot, and I am still a virgin, but I wish I was canceled.
Fez. I think Fez is our man of the day today. He's our hero. The Noah's Ark hero of the day, Wilmer Valderrama. Let's learn more about Wilmer Valderrama, shall we? Okay, Wilmer Valderrama. Boom. Wilmer Eduardo Valderrama. Born January 30th, 1980. Is an American actor and television personality known for the role of Fez in the sitcom That 70s Show.
Sometimes I am looking at naked ladies, and then I get exhausted. And then I get a second win, and then I'm ready for more naked ladies.
Wilmer has a musical career. On May 11th, 2011, he released his song The Way I Fiesta, which he performed as his alter ego, Eduardo Fresco. The video was directed by Akiva Schaffer from the group The Lonely Island. Danny Masterson, Valderrama's co-star from The 70s Show, has a cameo appearance in the video. Interesting. Can we find this video? Eduardo Fresco. We're going to learn more about Eduardo Fresco. Oh, I clicked on it and it redirected back to Wilmer Valderrama. There's no separate Wikipedia entry for Eduardo Fresco. There should be, people. This is a tragedy. Get out there. Make it happen. In the meantime, we're going to hear another song from Chameleon's Coat here on allwesternnewyorkradio.com. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We're digging through a lot of good old tunes today. And this one's Chameleon's Coat. The song is The Rose.
Travel miles in the desert, roses in his hair, but the heat was just too much. Petals can now withstand his head hung low. Till she had appeared. She said, oh, oh, look at the roses, so beautiful and bright. She said, oh, oh, look at the roses, so beautiful and bright. And she'd always loved that story, so she'd pray every single night. Hey mama, are you cold? She says, no dear, I will be alright. And as the snow fell to her face, she says, I'm sorry dear, I've got to leave this place. So beautiful and bright. She said, oh, oh, look at the roses, so beautiful and bright. Our lady has come. Yeah. Our lady has come. So I close my eyes, I will see her face and my mother's and mine. And when the time's get rough, I will look to the skies and I will feel her love. And oh, that in the roses, so beautiful and bright. And oh, that in the roses, so beautiful and bright.
That's Chameleon's Code. Very cool stuff. Check out Grace Stumberg on Facebook and the Grace Stumberg Band. You know, I was having a thought as we were listening to that song. Let me bring the camera back on. You can see my wonderful face. Hello there, peoples. Let's get some tunes going here in the background, huh? Yeah, a little Great Mistake there. You know, I was thinking while we were listening to the tune there, to start a new concept with the news stories. Instead of actually reading you this story or going through it the way that it is, or telling you the truth, for that matter, in any way, because you can get the news from anybody else, I'm going to do a before and after story for you here today. So we start the story with the real story, and then at some point I will switch it over and finish it using whatever imagination I like and make it a completely different story. Okay? Are you with me on this one? Okay. We're going to talk about the Nikola Tesla statue that's on Goat Island. Of course, if you've ever been to Niagara Falls State Park, U.S. side, and you go over to Goat Island, there's this 9-foot bronze statue of Nikola Tesla. This is absolutely true. It sat there for nearly 4 decades. And it's just it's a monument to a man who's, not well remembered for his contribution to science, but actually had a lot to do with creating the electrification at Niagara Falls, and that Niagara Falls symbolizes. Hundreds of thousands of tourists go past the statue every year. Many people pose for photos and sit in his lap, but they have no idea who he is or why he's there. And now the statue, which was a gift from the former Yugoslavia in 1976 for the U.S. bicentennial, is starting to create a controversy between the city and the state. Niagara Falls city officials want to get the statue away from the park, put it somewhere in the city. They believe it should be moved near the site of the world's first large-scale alternating current power plant, which would make sense because that's what Tesla's contribution is recognized for. Or at least they could put it closer to downtown tourism routes, they say. It just doesn't make sense really to have it on Goat Island. It just makes no sense. There's nothing out there that would tie Tesla to Goat Island. There are things in downtown Niagara Falls that would tie Tesla to downtown Niagara Falls. Well, the idea just gets more wacky as they decided to fill it with butter. Apparently, the Niagara Falls City Council last week stepped in and voted unanimously to put a hole in the statue's head and fill it with butter for Easter. There's no consensus on where they're going to put the statue once they have it filled with butter, but they've decided to probably put it at the entrance to the park, just to fuck with the park. I've gone busking down there, people, and I know that if you stand just in front of the entrance to the park, they will come and yell at you for busking, because that's technically the park. And you're not allowed to busk in the park. No, because it would just be... Imagine what would happen if you let people do that. I digress. My soft spot. Okay, so the butter-filled Tesla statue goes to the entrance of Niagara Falls State Park, across the street from the entrance to Niagara Falls State Park, with a big sign on it that says, "Fuck you." They also want to create an isolated area out there at Stedman's Bluff. There's really no reason for the statue to be there. It's bizarre. Could also move it to Buff Ave instead of putting it on right in front of the entrance to the park. Ooh, there's a Facebook group. Give Tesla's statue to the city of Niagara Falls and fill it with butter. That's the name of the Facebook group. Well, I'm going to join right up for that. There we go. Everybody's all for it. I'm all for it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that statue. Let's move it. Fez. What do you say?
Because I feel the hot rhythm of disco burning in my loins.
I agree. I feel the same way. If it's not disco, it could be techno, right? That's right. That's right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's time to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's 11 a.m. here, Noah in the morning. Thank you so much for joining me, listening, watching, whatever may be the case in your particular situation. I congratulate you on your ability to do so in a free America. Spread the word. Oh, good luck, people. Have fun. I'll see you on Thursday. AllWesternNewYorkRadio.com. Good day. Good day, sirs and madams.
Noah in the morning. Suck the love into you.